So, hey there, hi there, ho there, and nazdravi. Welcome back. What are we going to talk about this week? We are going to talk about how to do an iron butt ride successfully. Here are my top 13 tips. Alrighty, I wrote them all out so that I wouldn't forget any, because 13 is a fun, right? Okay, so number one, the most important is going to be at the end. So number one, bring some snacks. So you're not spending all your money at the gas stations and quickie marts. So bring some snacks so that when you do stop and you're not at a gas station, you're just at a scenic spot, then you still have some snacks with you. Plan your fuel stops. If you're going on a 1,000-mile ride, you got to make sure that there's going to be gas along your route. You don't have to pick exactly which gas station, just make sure you're going to be in a major city or near some kind of town where they will have at least one gas station. So kind of plan your gas stops if you're not one of these people who meticulously plans every little detail. Pad your mileage about 100 miles. Why do you want to pad your mileage? Because you don't want to do an iron butt just to find out that they didn't certify it because you were at 999 miles. So pad it with about 100 miles just in case. So at least 50 miles over. Plan to leave in the dark and head west or north. That way the sun will be at your back when it's rising. And then next one, conversely, loop back heading east or south so the sun will again be at your back when it's setting. And I found that it's really easiest to ride an iron butt. I've done 3 of them. So I found it's easiest if you ride into a sunrise, not facing the sunrise, but if you start in the dark, then you're fresh and when it's most challenging in the dark. So you're not riding as much in the dark at the tail end. So just a thought there. Okay, phew. So we made it through the first 5, okay? So we've got...
Did you order this? I think you...
I did! Nazdravi! Thank you. Okay, woo! All right. Now we can make it through the rest of the 13. Plan a nice lunch break to enjoy your day. This should be fun. This shouldn't just be a balls out ride. Have some fun along the way. So plan someplace that you're going to stop and have a lunch. Maybe sightsee a little bit. Not too much. Trust me, I've done that. Do not stay too long at your lunch break. Whoa, that was not a fun one. Okay. Yes, we had a lot of fun, but anyway. Okay, make sure you have resources at hand to pay for a hotel if you need to stop before the end point. Don't be Mr. Hero and have a wreck because you fell asleep on your bike. If you're getting tired, if you're getting road hypnosis and pulling over and kind of shaking it off isn't getting you there, or your backside is really hurting, you know, don't be a hero. It's just a certificate and a patch and a pin and, you know, it's not worth it. So make sure that you have plans, that you have a credit card that has room for paying for a hotel room or something, okay? Make sure that you can stop somewhere if you need to. Do plenty of long rides in the months and weeks leading up to the ride. And this is for 2 reasons. Number one, it'll help you sort out any challenges like a hard seat that you need to get a pad for, or any upgrades that you're gonna want. So it'll help you sort that out. And more important, you'll become accustomed to these longer trips. Okay, next one. If you're going to be documenting it, bring a waterproof bag for all your receipts because you need your receipts to document your ride. So bring some kind of waterproof container to stash all those receipts in. And your trip log. Ride with at least one buddy if you can. If you can't find anybody to ride it with you, I get it. I've done iron butts alone, but it's a lot more fun if you have at least one buddy. And if you're going to ride with a buddy, get some headsets that you can pair to each other. Make sure they pair well before the day of the trip. Use headsets. Okay, next one. For 11, we're getting there. Number 11, be ready for any weather and changes in temperature from day to night and back to night again. I mean, from night to day to night. There we go. We got it right. So you're going to start when it's cold in the middle of the night, and then by the middle of the day, it's going to get really, really warm. So dress in layers so that as it warms up, you can take layers off, and as it cools down, you can put more layers back on. So dressing in layers is really important. And then hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. In the days and weeks before the trip, make sure you get really well hydrated, meaning you should be peeing clear. Speaking of hydrating, you should be peeing clear in the days before you ride. Wear a Camelback or some kind of hydration pack if you can. If not, when you stop long enough to drink enough to stay hydrated. And something someone taught me that I really like to keep in mind is don't just drink Gatorade and don't just drink water. Alternate some kind of hydration liquid, Pedialyte or Liquid IV. Alternate that with a bottle of plain water. So say one stop, you drink plain water, the next stop, drink some Liquid IV. And just alternate it, and that's the best way to stay hydrated on the road. Hydration is about being hydrated before you start, not just about staying hydrated through the day. And then my number one tip, number 13, the top tip that was told me before the first Ironbutt I went on. And a lot of people poo-poo this, but trust me, I've done it in the 50,000 plus miles that I've traveled all over the country. Break it up into 100-mile chunks. If you break it up into 10 or 11 100-mile chunks, it's much easier to handle, and you're not going to get as tired. Oh, I don't get tired in 100 miles. I can do 200 miles at a go. Yeah, then you're going to be tired. Stop before you get tired, and then you recover more quickly, and you can hit the road again for another 100 miles and stop before you get tired. So that is my top tip. If you like these, awesome. Comment below with another hell yeah. And if you think it sucks, say you suck. No, don't do that. But you can comment if you have some more tips of your own that you'd like to share about how to do long distance rides. This really applies to any kind of long distance rides. So anyway, comment below, hit that like button, subscribe. After you subscribe, hit the little bell, and get your ass out there and go have an adventure.